I'm a homeowner, owned a home for 17 years, my current home, 56 years old. I'm a mom, and I'm also on the board of directors for Stageworks Theater. We were these people who lived in the city, and then we could afford our first home, and so we moved a little bit further out. My daughters, one day, I kept talking about, let's find a new home that has this or has that. And my older daughter said to me, Mom, or just make your home what you want it. At the very beginning, Roberto sat with me and we actually pulled out a calendar and said, okay, we know this may change, but let's say best case scenario, materials are available when they're supposed to be, let's plot it out. Paint this day, carpet roughly, the hardwoods will be staging on these days. And we worked together on that. So I at least had a little idea of what would be happening. I don't want to be the house where the kids say, this is just like when I grew up. I want it to be the place where maybe they grew up, but I don't want it to be, necessarily the same floor or the same decor. So I imagine the house, the soul of the house is there, but some of the bones may change. He was the opposite of what you think of when you think of, general contractor. He does what he says he's gonna do. It's been what I would normally think of as kind of a fairly impersonal business and made it feel really personal. Not that, hey, I'm looking for a friend, like, hey, so let's hire Roberto, but I like to do business with people who I like and people who I trust, and I think we all do. We've never remodeled, we've never built a house. So I could have been in really bad hands and it could have been a disaster, but I wasn't. So I think our fears, we assumed, we'd be over budget, over time, that we'd have all kinds of random people in my house who were not polite, and that's not been the case. And a thank you to ARC. I mean, Roberto will ask not just, hey, here's what time the contractors will be there today. He's like, how are you feeling? Is there any work that's a problem? He's trying to involve me in the project management, so I know what's going on, I know. So thank you for that. If you're thinking of remodeling or doing any project, big or small, so don't be shy. Don't be afraid. If you're like, oh, who am I gonna get to do the work? This is a really friendly, warm, safe way to learn about remodeling your home.